10 tips for having the camera become our BFF, our best friend. And those same strategies are what can build your business up to thousands of dollars a month, multiple thousands of dollars a month, 6 figures a year, multiple 6 figures a year, and more. All right. So here's how I want to start this. I want to share some things that I have seen just from my own experience with clients, but also things that have happened to me. And then I want to share the things to do instead of those things. Okay. So most entrepreneurs, just so you know, I'm talking about like 99.9% of entrepreneurs, they struggle and they ultimately fail at some point. I have failed multiple times. I have struggled multiple times. And there's always a new struggle. No matter what level of business you're in, there's always a new struggle. But did you know that 50% of entrepreneurs will not be in business within 5 years? Now, we just celebrated our 15th year. So what I'm sharing are things that actually work. I'm still here and we're still growing. But here's the encouraging thing is that you can know the few key reasons why people fail. And then the opportunity for you is to not do those things, to take a different path. Most business owners, they struggle not because they don't have enough work, but because they're focusing on the wrong things. And so some of the things that people are focusing on that's really stopping them from getting to that next level in their business, which then is really why they're throwing in the towel, is they're wasting a lot of time trying to figure out a way to describe themselves. Like you're trying to figure out a way to describe yourself instead of just focusing on doing the work, creating incredible content that actually changes people's lives. Content changes people's lives because content creates connection and communication and conversations. And when you can have a connection with somebody that's a potential client, you are essentially starting to change their life, even before they pay you for doing that. So focus on your content that actually will create purpose and transform people's lives. Okay. Now, these are not my 10 strategies, but I just want to share like some mistakes that I see happening and then how to correct them. Here's another one. We're overthinking way too much, like analysis paralysis. And the thing with that is that when you're having analysis paralysis, it literally stops you from doing anything, at least anything that you should be doing. And then what happens to your business? Nothing happens, right? The next thing is that you're not being different enough. This is what we help our clients do and our private agency clients, but also what we teach and I guide our mastermind clients through is being yourself, showing up as yourself. That is the only way that you can be unique and show up differently. And what I'm seeing a lot of is a lot of copycats. People are not trying to be different. And if you're not going to show up differently, and that usually comes from confidence, which is okay, but you can work on that skill. But when you're not showing up differently, you're going to be like everyone else. And it's going to take you a much longer time to build your business. The other thing is that we forget to have patience. We don't focus on the long-term success and we want like a short-term ego trip, right? And I know we have bills to pay and we have, responsibilities, but this is a part of being in business as a CEO. And I'm going to give you a really great example of somebody who's been in business for quite some time, but she struggled in the beginning. And you guys probably all know who she is, Marie Forleo. She is one who we probably, or most of us, follow her. I love her. I follow her. I listen to her podcasts. I think she is an amazing entrepreneur. But let me tell you a few things about Marie Forleo. She had multiple jobs while trying to build her business that she has now. Multiple jobs. She waitressed, she bartended, she even worked in the New York Stock Exchange. And she was still trying to build her business. There was like real hustle there. Okay. For those of you that don't know who she is, she's a life coach and business guru. Now, she recognized there's a huge power on the internet, right? That's why we're here. The internet is powerful. And now more than ever, you can really take advantage of it. She didn't have a huge budget when she started her business. She didn't really have a website. Just like me, I had a crappy website. We just updated our website 2 years ago. So we just celebrated 15 years in business. So about 14 years in is when we rebranded and did a major update. Okay. Here's how she built her business: consistency, continuous learning and adapting, and not giving up. Number one, move your body in the morning, feed your soul. Take a walk for 15 minutes. I know for some of you, it's like literally you can't go outside right now because of the weather. In your home, jump on YouTube and, pull up some sort of like, I don't know, yoga, Pilates, something to move your body. Why does this work? Because it allows your endorphins to start working for you. And what you feel on the inside is how you are going to work on the outside. So if you're feeling like crap on the inside, your day is not going to go that well. You're not going to be productive. You're not going to focus on the things that you need to do as the CEO of your business to actually get your business going. Okay. Move your body, feed your soul. That's number one. Number two, take action. I just talked a few moments ago about analysis paralysis and us overthinking things and then not taking action. Guys, take action. Like some of our clients that we work with, sometimes they are building courses before actually even having an audience to sell a course to. No, take action. Start putting your content out there. Start showing up as a human being, or take action and focus on the right things. The purpose of this is really just to get us in the habit of showing up on camera. But it was stopping one of our members because really what she needs to be doing is making sales. And it was stopping her from making sales because there's only so much time in the day, right? So I was like, look, reels are not going to make you sales, not like quick sales. Okay. Reels are meant to create a connection, start conversations. They can be a great lead generator if you use the right call to action, all that kind of stuff. Great. But let's focus for you. Let's focus on this revenue generating activity. Make a warm list or a hot list of people that you think could really use your offer and start having a conversation with them. Number three, which is kind of part of number two, is stay focused on adding value and making an impact rather than thinking about what are people going to think about me and how do I look on the camera. Get out of your head. And one of the ways to get out of your head is by doing number one, moving your body in the morning, feeding your soul. The fourth thing is be consistent. And the only way, though, to be consistent really is to be organized and to plan. Really, what that is plan things out, guys. Like if you don't have a content calendar that you're putting every day of the week, you are putting your ideas in, and then you take one day of the week to actually at least literally write out your content and do your videos, your captions, your videos, figure out what image you want to use with what post for 1 week at a time, you're going to be like a frazzled mess. I know because that was me. And we make it very simple for you. We share so many different techniques because people work in all different ways. There is not one right or wrong way. There are a lot of different ways. You have to find the method that works for you. So be organized and plan. This is what real CEOs do. They are not throwing spaghetti at the wall. Number five, show up and be authentic. Be yourself. If you are taking way too much time to figure out what to post on social media, you are not being real. You're trying to be like somebody else that you have seen do something else that got tons of engagement, and you're not being yourself. And that's just the hard truth. And I know because that was me. I used to be like the fake it till you make it person. And that is so wrong. No. Be you. And one of the ways to help you to become more authentic and to practice this is to post more content, and honestly, more video content that showcases you and your personality. It's like practice makes perfect, right? So the more that you do things, the more comfortable you get. Believe me going on video every single week was a hard thing. I have been doing this every single week religiously for about 8 years. I've done over 1,000 live streams. It wasn't easy in the beginning at all. Like I used to sweat under my armpits every single time. Okay. And that's just being completely transparent and honest. But I've done this so many times. So it's easier as I go, and planning gets easier, figuring out my topics. And we work on a lot of that because a lot of that planning is really just listening more to what your ideal clients want. What are they asking for? What are the questions that they're asking? Okay. Number 6, don't use a script. use an outline, but don't script things. Scripting is like reading and robotic, and it's not organic and authentic. Number 7, share your personal brand story. Share your journey, your challenges, your successes. In my notes, where it's kind of like my journal. And every single day, as things pop up in my business, in life, something funny my husband says, my daughter says, my son says, something funny that happens, something not so funny that happens, experiences with clients, new things that I'm learning, I jot them down so I don't forget, and I use them for content. And that's how I'm able to share more about my personal brand story. That is part of my personal brand. I am the personal brand. And the stories are things that are happening in my life. They don't have to be super personal. They just need to really show people who I really am. You can do the same thing. So keeping something like that on your phone is a great way. Number 8, have daily interaction. Engage with people that you are connected to on social media. Don't just be a content dumper. That's going to help you on with the algorithm. Okay. People are going to get to know, like, trust, and eventually buy from you more when you have daily interactions on social media. Now, I'm sharing these things. These are all if you are using social media as a tool to help build your business. Okay. If you don't want to use social media to help build your business, don't worry about any of these things that I'm talking about. But if you do, and I think you do, because that's why you're here, right? Then have daily interactions. Connect with people, send people personal messages and say, hey, it's been so long since we've connected. I'd love to catch up, but be very intentional with who you're connecting with. What I mean by being intentional is pick people that you actually want to work with, to engage on their content and to send messages to, and don't be spamming. Number 9, feel good about what you're wearing when you show up on camera, especially in the beginning. You'll see that I do a lot of videos like when I'm outside, like working out, sweaty on my walks. It's okay because I'm just being me. I'm showing people in all different aspects of my life. But if you are camera shy, put on your favorite earrings, wear a bold lipstick. Remember, you are looking at yourself back into the camera. You want to be happy with what you're looking at, right? So wear your favorite fashion accessory, something that makes you feel good and empowered and powerful. And then the last thing is smile, and smile when you're off camera. Practice smiling and talking to yourself in the mirror. You guys think that these might be like really silly things to do, but I'm telling you, these are the things that myself and super high level influencing experts do as well on a daily basis. I hope that these were helpful, and have a beautiful rest of your week. Bye, guys.